All right, welcome to Spiritual Guiding Light. I forgot to take these ones down. This one must be meant for someone. So I'm going to leave these here as a side note pertaining to the promise. And drink some water. Anywho, let's go ahead and understand that you are protected. And when we are in an alone space, I'm not preaching to nobody, but when you feel like you have no one to talk to, or you've been repeating yourself over and over again and people are not getting it, and you're starting to feel like the loss of control, and you're trying to find a way to gain your power back, release it. Release it to divine, release it to source, release it to God, release it to the universe. You fill in the blank of what you're releasing it to. And when you release it, don't take it back. Despite of how the storm looks, you are in this eye, you are the eye of the storm. You are able to see, oh, why does this feel like the hot mess? You are able to see, because we pulled it from the, actually we didn't, I just forgot to, I didn't see that they were still on the post. But that's what you need to see, is that you are protected. It doesn't have to take a sign, right, to know that you are protected. And when you truly believe that you are protected, you will be in your power. Your universal love of extension is your responsibility to love self. It's your responsibility to take control. It's your responsibility, if you're trying to start a new beginning, that you have to put in the footwork to start the journey. It's standing in one place. You'll have the journey of standing still. And that's what could be going on. You're in the eye of a storm. The longer that you stay where you are, you're going to continually to do with hot mess. Some of you need to just go ahead and tune in and listen to the hot mess. It's under the collective. It's already available to you. Okay. Really taking on other people's problems. And it doesn't necessarily have to be what they're going through. It could just simply be what they lack, what's within their own trauma that they don't want to face. And they see that you are doing so. Some responsibilities are ours to hold, others are not. Do not be fooled in thinking a responsibility is only tangible. Many reside just within the mind. Take stock of your perceived responsibilities. Which one needs to go? The thought of thinking that you have to take care of everyone else and those you're trying to take care of are not taking care of you. There's gossip. There's the who do you think you are? The two-faced energy. And because you're taking back your power, because you know that you're divinely protected. Yes, it's going to rattle some people up. Fear not. Okay? Let's go ahead. Keep this as a side note. Let's go ahead and look at some thoughts, okay, that we are unaware of. And then we have lively. You're alive within, but not out. You're not outerly alive. And this is where you want to be. This is what you're seeking, to be alive again, to feel that happiness and that joy again. Some of you are literally can identify memories when you felt alive. And then I saw hyper, which means some of you are moving too fast. Emotions for the promise. Understanding. Hyper came back out. For some of you who have a lot of energy, promise to love that energy, but know where to place that energy. Okay? The promise is that I'm going to live again. And I'm going to live because I know that I am protected. Now, don't be a fool and place yourself in situations, people, places, or things where you're like, I'm protected and whatever. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know how that goes. Now, you fill in the blank. Now, I'm just advising. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Disclaimer. But what is your heart desires? What is your passion? Where is your focus? What are you daydreaming or dreaming about? That has been conjuring and you're ready to release. And then we have, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. I'll be having emotions on here, and I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Indignant. Yes, indignant. Okay. This is the emotion. Feeling angry or annoyed. Also feeling resentment. You know, because we put our trust in people. And you have to understand, in order to take this journey, you will be aligned with people who get you. Some of you, are in a position where, you're trying to get in that comfort zone and doing the online thing. Step out on faith. Let's give some direction. Let's give some direction here. We have the Ace of Cups as a balance, the proposal, marriage, the promise. Yes. And we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the lack of passion. Okay. And we have the Seven of Cups, new possibilities, making decisions. Okay. Right? Making decisions to no longer in the Seven of Cups of, feeling that you have to be aggressively angered, or this could be someone towards you because you're choosing self. You're willing to make that promise, but that is not your promise. That's not your responsibility. Hyper, being overly excited about this new feeling of making the promise to self that I love you self. I really do, and putting in the action. Currently, putting in the action. Let's look at some rebel energy, because it's normal for us to be difficult with self. Rebel for the promise. We have squeeze. You better hug yourself. Hug yourself. Love yourself. Some of y'all is looking for this in the wrong places. That's what you're waiting for. It's like, if I could just have just this one, or if I could just have this company just love me, oh my gosh, I'll be happy and lively again. No. Your responsibility. It's your responsibility to maintain your happiness. Some feminine and masculine energy on your reading here. Let me just do it this way. Alright. Feminine, masculine energy. Feminine is like, I'm here going on the lively. Okay. You don't see me? Okay. Grounding masculine energy. The Three of Cups in reverse. Sometimes you just gotta break even to allow things to work. And choose wisely. We have the Devil. And this one is masculine energy. So for the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, right? The lack of passion, right? The lack of having strength to come up out of this dark space. Some of you need to declutter, and it's like the family agenda is on one accord and everyone's moving, but at the same time, it's like your body is saying, I'm only one person. Can somebody just take out the time and give me a hug? But it's not happening. Right? You need a hug. So you need to hug yourself. Okay? I'm also hearing, well, if you love me, why do I feel alone? Don't summon God like that. Because God is protecting us in the spiritual realms for some of us who cannot see. And some of y'all can't handle. And that's why you don't have the gift of sight. Because you can't handle it. All right. So we have the Page of Inspiration. Yeah. Lack of passion. It's feminine energy. As well as we have the Muse of Voices in reverse. And this is not dancing with life, not feeling alive. Right. And then we have the Ace of Cups, right? The proposal, being overly excited about it, right? Masculine energy, the Three of Hearts, no longer being hurt, right? No longer being scarred. You have created new feelings. And then we have a masculine energy, the Devil, right? It's that emotion, that aggressive, that anger, that, why is this happening to me? So I'm going to treat everybody the way everybody treated me. Whether it's a platonic, ending relationships, or whatever. But for the most part, the Seven of Cups is new possibilities and making the right decisions. So it's like being summoned. Like, yeah. We see that you're trying to do better, right? But we're going to test you. I'm going to do something that I know is going to trigger you, right? Coming out of the Devil energy. That aggression. Yeah. We have the Seven of Cups. Choose wisely. And being focused. Feminine energy, Knight of Materials. All right. promise. I like that. I like that offer. Yeah. We have 5 of Pentacles. Worry, doubt, feeling the lack of. Who are you following? Who is your company? Are they expiring? It's time to call your power back. It's time to put your best foot forward and move forward. Yeah. The 7 of Pentacles. You know exactly what your gifts are. You know exactly what your gifts are. But there is a lack of confidence. And it's time to love self. Make that promise to self. We have earth and water signs. And choose wisely. Right? We have the seven of Pentacles, and we also have the 7 of Cups. No different. Make sure you don't pull, just because it look good, make sure it's not a bad fruit. 7 of Cups, you're able to see what's on the board. You're able to see what's flowing. You're able to see what's sneaky. This is God saying, I give you sight. Choose wisely. And when you do, your Knight of Materials shows, your natural beauty shows, your stride, putting your foot, you're moving forward is beautiful. See that? Understand, a succulent maintains water. A horse, you can't make a horse go drink. What you hear is beautiful. You're in taking what serves you so that you can flourish. You deserve flowers. Love yourself. Get yourself some flowers. Doesn't have to be a bundle. You can go get one. Okay. Let's go ahead and start shedding some love on you. I promise. All right. Maintain your grounding work, collective. And we have children. Your love is being affected by children. Okay. I'm getting your own personal past child trauma. And it's hard for you to move forward because you're facing, if you have to fill in the blank, whether it's family or friends you grew up with, and those are blockages. And for some of you, children can be a factor. Having to accept what is, fighting for your children. Okay? Shed some love for the promise. Shed some love for the promise. Romantic feelings. You are feeling real and worth. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. It's time to acknowledge how you feel and speak up. New love, new beginning. Okay, new person stirs up your romantic feelings, and that is you. You finally stepping into your rightful power. Let's look at some shadow self. Pretty stagnant. Promise. Definitely focusing on your gifts. That 7 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Chalices. Definitely being aware of your gifts. You can fill cups. You can help someone else that lacks passion. Speak with confidence. Understand, in the beginning of entrepreneurship, it does start off slow. You got to make yourself available. You have to put in the footwork. You got to put in the footwork. Okay? We have the justice. Even the dark side, shadow self, devil, however you want to say it, saying, listen, cutting the cords, knowing who you are in God, knowing the gifts that God has provided and given to you. It's just now that you have to be aware and accept those things and promise to self, because you got to understand gifts can be taken away. Okay? Even shadow, okay, is saying, we got your back. You know what? If you're not going to do it, we're going to cut the cords for you. Okay? Anything else? For promise? We have the Ace of Swords. I love this. This is where been there, done that. This, that, been there, done that energy. Yeah. You are in full control. Everyone can't pick up this sword. This sword is specifically for you. It is ordained. This is your sword. You're not living by the sword to die by the sword. This is an anointing sword. Speak thy will. Speak life. You know when you need to be in battle. Knowing that you are protected. Right? Call back your power. Go get your sword. It's still there, waiting for you. Mind you, this is shadow, self, anything else pertaining to what can cause stagnant. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I was looking at I believe we have this. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles, confirming shadow self. This is where the enemy wants you to be. This is where that agenda wants you to be. This is that double energy, overindulgence. And this is the masculine card here. Or whatever that is. Overindulgence of caring too much. Worrying about what people think. Or, the gossip is you're over and indulgent. And for those of you who don't go club hopping and all that stuff, and, family is so focused on what you do, and when you go home to relax, all she do is have her cocktails. You're damn right. Not only are you saving $1, you're enjoying your own time. But you know what? To look at that, understand this. That's what's going on behind the scenes. But this is where you are. The Seven of Pentacles. Working in silence. Ain't nobody helping you. You working in silence. You're choosing wisely. You've chosen already. You've chosen the journey. So now you're focused on what's going to back up the next pentacle. I have so many gifts, so many options to choose from. I get it. And at the bottom, working your way up to the top, we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's just shadow self. And this too shall come to pass. This is shadow and light coming together like, okay, despite of the sneakiness coming from behind. Mind you, there's a peacock energy in there. And nails is worse than dogs. Okay? But definitely justice is served in your hair front. Working your way up to the top. Some of y'all need to, I believe the Hierophant is the Taurus energy. Even though for some of you, it's like, oh, as a side note, watch out for a Taurus. Because you have to understand, the enemy comes in like a light. And you know why they say they can come as an angel or whatever, is because the enemy has gifts too. And some of these people who with this agenda, right, that's trying to tap into your protection, that's trying to prevent you from seeing your journey and your gifts, right? They're trying to keep you, making you feel that you have this heavy weight, right? When this is truly you. You're truly dancing with air. Because there is no troubled waters. The moon of rose gold, a divine being, a divine child, right? Trying to make you think that you're not inspired, that you don't have creativity, and you do. Sometimes that can be intimidated to some people, especially when you're in your alone place. That's when the sneakiness really happens. Is when you're focused on this Seven of Pentacles. When you are creating new love of promising to self by any means necessary. You're gonna love self. Let me go ahead and give you overall direction to your promise. Now y'all know how I am. I believe there's steps to this. There's acknowledging you. And then there is the acceptance of acknowledging that, yes, I do love myself. And then third, there is the promise. And then the engagement. Right? The promise, actually, it should be the promise. And then the courting, loving self again, enjoying that. Then the engagement, then the marriage, and then the infinite of love and being. Okay? Right? We have the Page of Wands, inspired and being free, right? You're embarking on something new, but you may not entirely have a plan in place, nor do you know where you're headed. You need to activate your creative restlessness somehow, but be sure to put some energy in plotting out your journey before jumping in. Find a mentor. So, yep, align yourself with those who get you. Be aware of those who have agenda to distract you, or just to talk negative about you. Call them out. Start calling them out. They gossiping anyways. So when they amongst people, call them out. But where's that sword? In the shadow. Stick it in the ground. Don't do what they would think you would do. Do it with power, gaining your power back. Show them otherwise. Kindness, right? Smiles, right? Okay, let's go ahead. What happens in the dark comes to light. All right. Let the moon be your guide. All right. The promise. We have a personal issue needs to reach its resolution. You have to fill in the blank of what that is. Is it friends, family? Do you feel like they're preventing you from loving yourself? You may not can show it material wise. Tell yourself, I love you, self. Self, I love you. For the promise. We have faith in your dreams. Yes, listen, this was popping out. The Five of Pentacles. Don't worry about people wanting you to be in this space, right? Something is on fire on the other side. While you rest. Something is happening in the spiritual realm on your behalf while you're thinking that you lack. Change your mind frame. Thought pattern. Start focus on where you're going. Prosperity lies ahead. Overall, confidence is the key to success. Shadowing that. A time for healing. All right. Allow me to fill your cup. The rose kiss. Oh, that is so beautiful. Birds of a feather. Okay. Overall, we have a perfect harmony. All right, so filling your cup, the roses of kiss. Let me find it. All right. All right. All right. Your five senses are aching to be engaged right now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Was that the five? Oh, listen here. And what was the other Five of Pentacles? It was Shadow Self. Okay. Listen. Your five senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and an intelligent being, but right now the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of your gift of life. Be present to the central world. To the central world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is a time to stop and kiss the roses. That is beautiful. And then we have um, um, birds of a feather. Some of y'all have said flock together. Y'all know birds gossip. So however long you stay here in this journey of becoming who you're meant to be, connecting to community, or participating in fellowship is the best thing for you right now. You will flourish as part of a network like-minded and like-hearted people. Stick to what feels good and resonates with your heart as true. When you understand the value of this community, you will discover everything you're hoping for and much more than expecting. And then we have a perfect harmony. Take what resonates. All right. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experiences, is working. This is overall filling your cup, right? By your previous hurts and experiences is working in the way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. Okay. This is the message from Divine. Correction, this is the message from God, the creator of all. For example, you may desire a relationship, but expect to be betrayed. So you're unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight, but continue to eat compulsive and exercise and avoid exercise. In these moments, you are not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills out into all of the parts of your life. If this is happening, you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a self inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self love and acceptance. What's really great about this is how quickly you are now able to turn this around. Have no fear. It is so easy to get back in tune. All it takes is self honesty and willingness to heal. You can do it. This really is such a fortunate time. As above, so below, that will be done, and this too shall come to pass. Listener, believe in yourself, love yourself. The promise is self worth, self being. Hug yourself. What we think we want is not what we want, because when we get it, it is not what we thought. Okay? Now, for some of you, you've experienced the taste of what you want, but then blockages occurred. And so you know what it is that you want, and you know what you're getting yourself into. That's for some. But for some of you, your heart is so opened, but you keep wounding yourself because you're wanting, you fill in the blank, whether this is family, friends, or people within places, to change. And it is stopping your flow. It's stopping your growth. Okay? It's causing you to be in those Five of Pentacles, of feeling lack of love, security, comfort, right? But understand, prosperity lies ahead. Okay? Your personal issue is not putting self first. Yes, have faith in your dreams. But now it's time to put in that work to get to it. Confidence is key to doing so. Okay? So that is your promise reading. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Check out the SGL podcast show. I promise you're going to love it. There's enough content on there for your general as well as collective. As well, you can purchase a personal. Click the link in the description box. But remember this, viewer, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you.